Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing good today. Welcome to all my future CAs, my friends, and everybody who is watching this video today. So, let me help you crack your CA exams, that is Unacademy. And let's crack your CA exams, your CA foundation exams, because we at Unacademy provide you with the best content you can ask for and with a great, amazing learning platform. So what are we going to study, or what are we going to discuss today is basically something that is related to communication, in the sense that why communication is necessary, why is it so important to communicate properly, and why sometimes what happens is there is a mislag, or there is a misinterpretation of facts. What happens, there is some kind of noise that is created, so effective communication doesn't happen. So how do we make our communication effective? What are the various barriers involved? We would be talking about that today. So hi, I am Nikita Mehta, and I am an educator who helps you understand the things easily. So how do we do it? We basically have these daily life classes which help students, to help them understand what really is everything, what really is their pattern all about, and what is the we have the structured classes. We also have a good organized content which is provided to the students, and on day to day basis there are a lot of quizzes, and there are a lot of live tests that also happen, so which is beneficial for the student in the sense that because from the examination point of view it is beneficial, because it helps students to understand what is their examination pattern and what really goes about into studying or learning, or preparing for the exams. And there is unlimited access to all the users, in the sense whenever you subscribe to the Unacademy app you get unlimited access, right? So how do you subscribe to this particular app? So you download, it's very simple. You just download it from the iStore or Apple Store, Unacademy Learning app, and it is free of cost. Once you've downloaded it, you just subscribe to the course that you wish to study. And also, so our course will be CA Foundation and Intermediate subscription. And if you can see on the screen, there's a nice code in red color, right? NMUS. You click that, or you write that, you type it out in the referral code box, and then you proceed to pay. So what happens when you proceed to pay using this particular code? So when you use this code, you as students get 10% discount. You get 10% discount on the overall subscription. So what kind of subscription should you choose? Whether should you go for a 3 month, 6 month, 12 month, or a 24 month? Now I always suggest my students to go for the 12 month or the 24 month subscription, because it is beneficial in the long run, in the sense that the difference between the just a minute, the difference, yeah, so the difference between a 12-month subscription and a 24-month subscription is just बेसिकली 1 मंथ का डिफरेंस है. ठीक है, तो जब आप 18,900 पे करके 24 मंथ का सब्सक्रिप्शन ले सकते हो, वाई शुड यू गो फॉर अ 12 मंथ सब्सक्रिप्शन, राइट? बिकॉज फॉर योर बेनिफिट गाइज, इट्स लिटरली लाइक what, hardly 25-26 rupees per class, so which is good. So you can use my code, that is NMUS, right? You can use this particular code for getting 10% discount. So there are basically 4 subjects that you have to clear in order to clear your CA foundation. The first 2 subjects are subjective based, and the next 2, that is paper 3 and paper 4, are objective based, है ना? तो इन दोनों papers में you will have a negative marking. Okay, so you have to be very careful when you answer these MCQ based papers, because for every wrong answer 0.25 mark gets deducted. So for every 4 wrong answers 1 mark gets deducted, which is bad for the overall aggregate. Clear? Then so the scheme of business law, that is your paper number 2, business laws and business correspondence and reporting, is 60 marks and 40 marks. So today we are going to discuss about your first chapter in this particular subject, that is BCR. So there is no negative marking. So these were the general things that we discussed in our previous sessions as to what people usually have questions when we talk about communication. So this is just an introduction. It was invented from a Latin word communicare, which means to share. So as human beings we always love to share. share what? We love to share our information, whatever we have, whatever kind of data we have. We like to share our ideas. अगर हमारे पास कोई अच्छा idea है, we always are ready to and willing to pitch in, right? And then we have certain thoughts in we have a certain thought process, so we also can share that. We can also share our feelings and emotions. Feelings could be good, emotions could be good, it could be bad as well, right? So the ability to share all of these things is what communication is all about. Now, how are we going to share these things? You can use various mediums, that is through speech, through signals, through signs. Either you write it down or you say it out orally. It also talks about the body language. Even our body language speaks a lot about us. Then, so the process basically involves a receiver. We have again discussed this in our previous session, so I'll just give you a quick gist. So I'm sorry, there is a sender who sends the message. So the message is sent to the receiver, right? So it is sent to the receiver via a medium, correct? So this medium can be the various types of communication. So basically, when the sender is sending the message, he is encoding the message. Okay. So whatever medium he uses, the receiver receives it in the sense that he decodes the message. And if he receives it properly, he will send a feedback. Now, if he doesn't receive this message properly, the receiver and sender, there is a difference or there is a misinterpretation, which is basically a noise being created. Yeah, so this is just the same thing as we discussed, right? So there is a sender, there is a message being sent, and there is a receiver, and the entire process follows. Then, so basically these are the various steps which are important. The content of the message should be very clear. There should be a purpose or there should be a reason for communication. And also some messages are misinterpreted interpreted because of external disturbances. Like there's, probably if you're in the traffic, you're stuck in traffic, and your friend or your colleague is calling you, your boss is calling you, and a lot of people are honking, so you will not be able to hear them properly, right? So that creates a noise. And then the next step is that the receiver receives the message, he interprets the message, he makes some kind of a sense as to what he understands. Now, when from what has been sent to what is being understood, if it is done effectively, then perfect. But if it is not done effectively, that leads to miscommunication. So there were various types of communication. Non-verbal communication basically talks about, how without using words, we can just use by, by our body language, by our appearance, using our our talent, we can justify, or we can communicate effectively. Whereas when we spoke about verbal communication, we spoke a lot about how written communication exists, which, and there is also oral communication. So among the 100%, non-verbal communication corresponds to 55% of the overall communication that happens. Because without even saying a lot of things, when things go unsaid, a lot of things can be still said, right? Then based on style and purpose, there can be formal communication and there can be informal communication. So we have discussed this in my previous session. You can always go to my videos and refer to them for a better understanding, right? So formal education, formal communication was again divided into three: vertical, horizontal, diagonal. And informal communication was basically a friendly or a casual manner which exists between the employees of the organization, or within the department, or within the branches of the organization. Yeah. So now today let's discuss of what are the various networks in communication. So what do you understand by a network? So basically it is a system or a organized way of communicating. Okay, so what do we mean by when we say it is an organized way? So there is a particular pattern that is followed when we talk about networks. So what kind of pattern? So there are various patterns in which how communication can happen within an organization. It could be between a subordinate and a superior, or it could be between a subordinate and a subordinate. It could be between branches of the same organization, or it could be between different organizations. So some companies, use these networks of communication in order to have a better or a effective way of communicating things to their employees. Okay, so what kind of structure will be followed, or what are the various types of structured networks, organized networks, and how they help the managers to make decisions as to how, which kind of network should they be choosing. So it is very important that whatever network has been chosen must be followed throughout, because it helps to make the right decisions at the right time. So there are a lot of patterns. So the first one is the vertical network. So it is a completely formal network. So where there is a superior and there is a subordinate. So there is communication happening vertically between the superior and the subordinate. The superior can contact the subordinate at any point of time, and the subordinate can contact the superior at any point of time, but there must be a certain purpose for communicating. Without a purpose, nobody should communicate, right? Or rather, would not communicate, because it is a very formal structure. So with, when there is a formal structure, there is some kind of a hierarchy which must be followed. There are some kind of rules and regulations that must also be followed. So clear, this is a two-way communication. So, say probably the best example of this could be all these small trading units, like you have these small ration shops where there is a owner and there is a, say, worker or a staff under him, correct? So there is proper communication happening between these two. Whenever there is some kind of a purpose, they will communicate. Then the next one is the circuit network. So what do we understand by a circuit or a circuit network? So circuit network is basically when there are two people interacting. So they can be who are these two people? So these two people are basically employees of the same hierarchical level. Okay, so when A communicates a message to B interprets it and he gives a feedback. Clear? So this is a continuous process, and that is why it is known as a circuit. Right. So this kind of a method or this kind of network is beneficial when there are a lot of branches in the organization, where different people of different from the same organization but different departments can converse with each other, and they can have effective communication with regards to the formal structure of the organization. With regards to, say for example, if the manager of if A is the manager of, say, finance department, and B is the manager of, say, marketing department, right? So when these two communicate with regards to whatever kind of information they wish to share with regards to, how much finance is segregated for the marketing department, how many what are the amount of funds that we can use for this month, or likewise. So these kind of discussions can be done in a circuit network when there are people in the same hierarchy level. Clear? Then chain network. So when we talk about chain network, this is basically a pattern which is followed in organizations which are large scale. Okay, so when there is communication happening, there is a chain of command which is being followed, that is from senior to junior. Okay, so let us just take an example of one particular organization. Say there is, let's talk about a school. Okay, so there is the board of directors, then there is the principal, there is the vice principal, then there is a staff can be of, probably say teaching staff and non-teaching staff, correct? And then there will be students. Now, when a student cannot directly communicate with the board of directors, a student can put across his thoughts to the staff can put across their problems to the vice principal, the vice principal will then talk to the principal, and principal will put across these problems to the board of directors. So there is a proper chain of command that is being followed. right? So this is a very time consuming process, because you have to go through so many channels. Like, say for example, if a student is not comfortable studying in that class, so he has to first go and tell his teachers. The teacher will talk to the remaining people, so probably it's not going to happen in a day or two, right? It might take a month or a two, or it might just not happen. So it is very time consuming, and it take, because a lot of people are involved in decision making, correct? So decisions are taken by people at a higher level. So communication, there is not much clarity. Say probably the student was really not comfortable with the way things were taught, but the teacher felt that no, if he goes and complains, the direct blame will come on me. So the teacher just said that no, the principal is very busy, he will not be able to talk to you. So there was a miscommunication at the first level itself, correct? So this is what chain network is about. The next thing that we talk about is the wheel and spoke network. So when we talk about the wheel and spoke network, there is one main communicating authority, and then all employees get their instructions from this one leader. Okay, so basically, say probably, let us take the example of a big company, say, Patanjali. Okay, so now Patanjali is a product that was, or a brand that was launched by Ramdev Baba, right? Now, the yoga guru, as we call him. So he has appointed, say, probably a lot of managers or a controlling authority. So this one controlling authority, and he has various products, correct? A lot of products are available under this particular brand. So now there is one central authority, A. Now this central authority allocates whatever decisions need to be made to all the product lines, to the managers of all these product lines. So say probably this product line is soaps, this product line is say probably herbal tea, then this product line is, say probably, clothing. Likewise, a lot of options, and then there are various managers assigned to these branches or these product lines. So now A is the authority who deals with giving instructions to, and likewise, okay, and giving instructions to these branch managers, so they make sure that the work goes on smoothly, and only one authority, that is only A, whatever A tells will be the final decision. So these kind of things are okay for small organizations, but they are not okay, or they are not possible for big organizations, like say for example Reliance, or say probably Tata Sons or HUL, etc., because every product is vastly spread, correct? So in a, say if their product line is say shampoos, in shampoos itself they have so many varieties, right? So you cannot have just one authority deciding all the or making all the decision strategies for all the types of product lines. It's just not possible. It will just end up creating more confusion, and it will not have a effective implication to the employees or the managers. Then star network, so this is the next kind of network, which basically, when there is a lot of teamwork, say probably in a firm some kind of a project needs to be undertaken. So when a project needs to be undertaken, it will involve people from, say, finance department, it will involve people from accounting department, from marketing department, from sales department, then you have from production department, and likewise, right? So when you're working on a project, there is a lot of teamwork which will be involved, correct? Nobody can work in isolation. Accounts department just cannot by on their own, they will not be allowed to make decisions with regard to other people or the other departments. So it is very important that communication happens freely. There is a free flow of communication among all these people, right? So there is, like, a proper star connection that happens, where every person is allowed to communicate with every other person freely. There is no kind of a hesitation from anyone's side. Clear? Now, so what really is, now that we've discussed what are the various types of networks, who are the people involved in, communicating in an organization. So how in life should we generally communicate? It is important that in every organization communication happens thoroughly, but at the same time, even in our life, it is important that communication takes place effectively. Now, how to ensure that communication happens effectively? So the first thing that we talk about is these, six, or you so say probably there are nine characteristics or factors which are very important to communicate effectively, correct? So now I abbreviate this for the ease, for the purpose of ease. They are 6CFEL. Okay, so this is the mantra for effective communication. Clear? So now what is this 6CFEL? So the first thing is that we need to understand that as human beings we cannot live in isolation. We need to communicate to at least one person at some point of time. So now we have to ensure that to whomever we are communicating, we communicate effectively. Now, how do we communicate effectively is what we need to decide. So, what are the characteristics or factors involved in this in order to avoid some kind of a misunderstanding, misconceptions, or there is a lot of times there are partial understanding that probably you say something, but somebody else ends up hearing something else, right? Then so the first thing is that we need to be very clear with whatever we are telling. So the first thing in the process of communication was what, that there should be a purpose or reason for communicating. Without having a purpose or a reason for communicating, there cannot be any communication which is beneficial for the for both the people involved in it, right? So now, how can we make sure that our message goes about or our communication is very clear? So we, if you're writing, okay, say for example you're writing, you're communicating by writing, so you have to make sure that whatever you write should be legible, your handwriting should be neat, or you should have a good usage of words. You cannot use very high vocabulary. For example, if you are communicating with students that are aged say 10 to 12 or 10 to 15, you cannot use extremely high vocabulary words which they will not be able to understand, correct? So your communication becomes invaluable, or it becomes of no value. I mean, you put in so much efforts and trying to make a good conversation or creating a good article, but what if the students or the people actually don't understand it, right? So you should have a clarity of what you want to talk, or what you want to write, or what you want to say. Now, so the and also the sentences should be short, in the sense that now if I use long sentences, the essence of that sentence goes after the fifth or the sixth word. The person will be, wait, what are you talking, right? So your sentences should be short and precise. Then the next thing is that when we talk about preciseness, we talk about conciseness as well. We should avoid some or any kind of repetitions, and the usage of these adjectives. A lot of adjectives should be avoided. Wherever you can, you should try to use abbreviations, or you should use short forms, or you should use some kind of means of communication which is beneficial for the both the receiver and the sender as well. Then your communication should be effective your communication should be concrete, in the sense that it should be based on certain facts and figures. You should just not talk that anything that you feel like. Say probably you're talking about, let's consider current situation, covid, right? All of us are suffering from it, lockdown hai, ye hai, wo hua hai, everything. So it is important कि अगर हम कोई मैसेज दे रहे हैं या हम व्हाट्सएप यूज कर रहे हैं, अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल क्या करते हैं, जस्ट टू गेन सम काइंड ऑफ इंपॉर्टेंस, व्हाट्सएप पे ये फॉरवर्ड कर देते हैं। आप ये मैसेज फॉरवर्ड करोगे तो आप लोग को है ना 100 रुपए का रिचार्ज मिलेगा, एक्सेट्रा। But is it based on true facts and figures? No, right? It is just basically rumor spreading, or so that is why it is important कि हम हमारा जो भी कम्युनिकेशन करते हैं वो डेटा या कोई इंफॉर्मेशन जो ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग है, या हमने कोई रिसर्च की है, उसी के बाद हम वो इंफॉर्मेशन को शेयर करें या कम्युनिकेशन करें। ठीक है? सो एब्स्ट्रैक्ट डेफिनेटली आइडियाज हमारे पास होती है। अगर हम मेरे पास कोई आइडिया से फॉर एग्जांपल, अरे मेरे पास तो ये बहुत ब्रिलियंट आइडिया है, मैं तो ये ऑफिस खोलने वाला हूँ, मैं ये प्रोडक्ट लाने वाला हूँ, एंड आई एम गोइंग टू डू ब्रिलियंट वर्क इन माय फील्ड एक्सेट्रा। तो दैट इज योर आइडिया, बट क्या आपने बताया आपकी आइडिया क्या थी? नहीं, यू जस्ट केप्ट टेलिंग दैट और आई जस्ट केप्ट टेलिंग दैट मैं ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है, बट करना क्या है? यू नेवर इंटरप्रिटेड दैट, यू नेवर कम्युनिकेटेड दैट। सो व्हाट हैपेंड, देयर वाज अ मिस इंटरप्रिटेशन ऑफ फैक्ट कि ये तो बस है ना बोल बात किए जा रहा है, कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन तो दे नहीं रहा है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है, हवा में ही बातें किए जा रहा है, ये तो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा। सो यू हैव क्रिएटेड अ मिस इंटरप्रिटेशन और अ कंफ्यूजन इन द माइंड ऑफ द in a mind of the receiver. So it is very important that the right kind of details या proof हमेशा आपके पास हो when you do some kind of a communication. If you're stating some facts, make sure that you actually have proof for it. Yeah, then the next thing that we talk about is being coherent. When you want to communicate effectively या तुम चाहते हो कि communication अच्छा हो, coherent होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So अगर हम जब लिख रहे हैं, ठीक है, हम say for example you're writing some kind of a content, you're a content writer, or you're writing articles, you have to write some essay in your examination, or you have to just write basic answers in your exams. Your paper 1 and 2 is based on it is a subjective based paper, right? So you should always remember that you build a logical bridge between the words. You connect, you create some kind of connection between the sentences. Like you tell that say for example अभी मैं कह रही हूँ कि Ram is a boy and Sita has gone to school. It's not making any sense, right? I've not created any kind of a connection between both of my sentences, so people will not understand कि यार ये logic क्या है कि Ram is a boy and Sita has gone to school. What is this? So it is important that Ram is a boy and Sita is his friend, and these two go to school together. This makes more sense, correct? So it is important that you create your content, and even while you're speaking, there should be some kind of a connection. There should be some kind of pauses. Whatever you speak should also be relevant. Whatever you're talking, probably you say that this has happened in this country, that has happened in that country. It is important that you talk with proof. You cannot just talk without being or having some kind of concreteness, that is without facts and figures. You cannot be coherent. Now the next thing, or the next C, is basically that you have to have complete knowledge, in the sense that keeping in mind that whatever information is required by the receiver, you're giving only that much information. You're not giving some kind of a extra information to them. Now his attitude and ability. So basically क्या होता है ना कि जब हम complete information देने की बात करते हैं, लोगों की या जो कम्युनिकेशन करते हैं सेंडर एंड रिसीवर, उन लोगों की एबिलिटीज और अंडरस्टैंडिंग की बात आती है. देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स दैट सम पीपल अंडरस्टैंड वेरी सिंपल लैंग्वेज, वेर एज सम पीपल कैन हैव द एबिलिटी एंड स्किल्स टू अंडरस्टैंड मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स लैंग्वेज और मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंसेस. So we have to make sure that whatever the person wants, we communicate it to them in that manner itself. Okay, I hope you're clear up till here. Then the next C, that is among our 6C FEL. I hope हम लोग 5 C से तो clear हो गए हैं. Now the next C is being courteous. This is not just for the sake of organizations, but even in life, it is important that you have to be courteous to the people you talk, whether the person is younger to you or whether the person is older to you. है ना? If you are courteous, if you have good etiquettes, if you have good manners to talk, definitely किसी भी इंसान का मन होगा कि वो आके आपसे बात करे. अगर तुम बहुत रूडली बात करते हो, तो प्रॉब्ली क्या तुम्हें क्या टैग लगेगा कि ये पर्सन तो बहुत है ना रूड है, इसमें बहुत एटीट्यूड है. आई एम श्योर नन ऑफ अस वांट दैट टैग, राइट? सो इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट कि हम ये बात समझे कि कर्टियस होना कितना नेसेसरी है, और ये बेसिक है. मतलब एवरी पर्सन इन देयर लाइफ नीड्स टू लर्न टू बी courteous. So if you are courteous, जो भी तुम्हारी feelings है वो तुम अच्छे से भी कह सकते हो. Like for example, if you're angry, you just do not, you should not go to a person and just shout at them that you don't understand this, you don't understand that. No, you can probably make them understand कि यार तूने ऐसा किया, मुझे ये बात पसंद नहीं आई. Can we come to a conclusion where you and I both are happy? See how that makes a difference. Like जो मैंने पहले language use किया, that you are you use foul language and you probably just got angry. Whereas the second part, where I spoke politely, I calmed myself down and then I spoke, I controlled my emotions, correct? So being courteous is very important to put your viewpoints across effectively. Then listening for understanding. हम क्या करते हैं लाइफ में कि हाँ कोई बोल रहा है यार सुनने दो, सुन रहा हूँ, मतलब हाँ मैंने सुन लिया, छोड़ दो ना. बट what really are you doing? You're just listening. If that person is trying to make you understand something, it is important that अगर वो person efforts डाल रहा है, वो तुम्हारी भी responsibility है कि तुम अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए सुनो. सिर्फ सुनने के लिए नहीं सुनने का है, ठीक है? जैसे कोई न्यूज़ है, हम देख रहे हैं कि हाँ कोविड हैज़ इंक्रीज्ड and so many patients have died and so many patients have recovered. Do we actually understand ki what is happening around the world because of this? How is the economy being affected? What is happening to the people who are below poverty line? How are they surviving? No. So it is important that we always listen to absorb and understand whatever is being spoken to you or told to you. Okay. Now it is also based on a person's point of view, in the sense that matlab एक person है and they have their every person has their own set of emotions, judgments, etc. Right, so it is important कि you have to not be judgmental before actually coming to conclusions. It is important that you understand कि वो person क्या कहना चाहता है, and then you come to an understanding. Then you probably रीथिंक इन योर माइंड कि वो पर्सन क्या कहना चाह रहा था, क्या ये मेरे लिए बेनिफिशियल है या ये और इज दिस बैड फॉर मी. एंड यू हैव टू बी अ बेटर लिसनर, बिकॉज ओनली अ बेटर लिसनर कैन बी अ बेटर स्पीकर. द मोर यू लिसन, द मोर नॉलेज यू गेन एंड द बेटर यू कैन कम्युनिकेट. ठीक है. एंड देन in organizations, if a manager is up or willing to understand and willing to listen to the problems of his employees, he can understand them better and he can work for their betterment by making better decisions for the organization, for the employees, for the society, etc. And then the next thing that we is effective for better communication is that the next factor is focus and attention. इतनी बार क्या होता है ना, हम डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो जाते हैं बहुत सारी चीज़ों से. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर स्टडिंग, फ्रेंड का फोन आ गया, या घर पे कोई गेस्ट आ गए, टीवी चालू हो गया, देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ नॉइज, देयर वर पीपल आउटसाइड योर हाउस फाइटिंग, और यू वर स्टक इन द ट्रैफिक जैम, यू आर टॉकिंग टू योर बॉस एंड देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ नॉइज फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. so you lose your focus. बट हमें क्या करना है, वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट वी रिटेन आवर फोकस एंड मेक श्योर दैट we pay attention to every single minute detail. Now how do we pay attention to minute details? It is important that you understand, या it is imperative, मतलब ये neglect कर ही नहीं सकते हो. अगर तुमने attention pay ही नहीं किया है communication में, while you're communicating with somebody, you will not be able to understand what the other person told you. बहुत बार हम हमारे साथ स्कूल में भी हुआ है ना कि हम कुछ और सोचते रहते हैं कि यार बहुत भूख लगा है, लंच ब्रेक के पहले खाने में क्या डाला होगा मम्मी ने, या ना ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. तो यू लूज फोकस एंड अटेंशन फ्रॉम योर क्लास and you focus it on something else that is not very relevant at that point of time. Correct. So it is important कि effective communication में आप focus करें और attention pay करें in order to have better or good communication with everybody else. Then the last thing that is important for effective communication is emotional awareness and control. As human beings, we have a lot of emotions and feelings within us. So it is important कि हम हमारे emotions को control करें. Like for example, जैसे अभी मुझे गुस्सा आता है, तो पहले when I was small or when I was younger, I was very short tempered, and for me to control my anger was very difficult. So I asked my elder sister that how could I, how should I reduce my anger, and I'm just getting mad at everybody for no reason. So she told me, because she's a very good communicator herself, so she was able to help me out, and she told me कि अगर तुझे गुस्सा आता है, तू उस मोमेंट के लिए चुप हो जा, count up to 10 in your head, and then you will feel calm. And believe me, that actually works. So this is a psychological trick basically, where if somebody is angry, you should tell them to count up to 10, so that they it reduces their anxiety or anger, and then probably communication can be done. Because when you're angry, you say out a lot of things that you actually don't mean later. or probably when you're too happy, you say out a lot of things. तो बोलते हैं ना कि जब तुम ज्यादा खुश हो, don't make decisions, और जब तुम ज्यादा sad हो, तभी भी don't make decisions. It is important that you stay in the right rational state of mind to make decisions or to communicate. Because क्या होता है ना, अगर तुम्हारा इमोशनल स्टेट कुछ और है एंड प्रॉब्ली द अदर पर्सन इमोशनल स्टेट इज समथिंग एल्स, यू आर वेरी हैप्पी एंड योर फ्रेंड इज सैड अबाउट समथिंग, एंड you go and give them some kind of a happy news, but your friend is in a sad state, so they might not feel so happy about it and they might end up shouting at you. So it is important that you communicate only when you are in the rational state of mind, and keeping control and awareness of the entire environment around you as well, for the communication process to go on स्मूथली. ठीक है. सो आई होप ये चीज़ क्लियर है. आपके लाइफ में भी कम्युनिकेशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ये चीज़ समझ के चलो कि अगर तुमने ये 9 फैक्टर्स अपने लाइफ में अप्लाई कर लिए, तो आप लाइफ में बहुत उम्दा कर सकते हो. नाउ बट क्या होता है ना, जब हम इफेक्टिवली कम्युनिकेट करने की कोशिश करते हैं फ्रॉम आर एंड वी आर गिविंग 100%, बट देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स व्हेन यू नो अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स कैन हैपन, या कोई लैगिंग हो सकता है, या यू नो कोई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, बैरियर्स हो सकते हैं। तो ये बैरियर्स क्या है? तो बेसिकली बैरियर सिर्फ एक या दो तरह का नहीं होता है, बैरियर्स कैन बी मल्टीपल इन नेचर। नाउ व्हाई डू दीज बैरियर्स एग्जिस्ट? जब हमने प्रोसेस की बात की थी, हमने एक कॉन्सेप्ट की बात की थी, नॉइज या मिसकम्युनिकेशन, करेक्ट? तो ये मिसकम्युनिकेशन क्यों होता है? So basically there can be a lot of factors which affect, you know, which badly affect the communication process. तो इन फैक्टर्स को हम डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, एंड ये क्यों, मतलब व्हाट डज दिस लीड टू इफ आई एम कम्युनिकेटिंग समथिंग विद somebody else? A lot of misunderstanding can happen because of miscommunication. तो miscommunication क्यों होता है? The first thing is that physical barriers, ठीक है? जो जब physical barriers की बात करते हैं, we talk about all the external or physically, I mean, you know, मतलब visible to the eye वाले factors। तो जैसे noise है, टेक्नोलॉजिकल ग्लिचेस जो हम बोलते हैं ना, कि हर समय ये होता है ना कि जब भी हम कोई संगीत के फंक्शन में जाते हैं, एक ना एक का परफॉर्मेंस तो यू नो कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम होता ही है, एंड देन द एंकर अनाउंसेस दैट देयर इज अ टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम। Likewise, you know, जैसे हम कभी outdated equipments use करते हैं, we are not able to update ourselves with what is going on in the country or what is going on in the workplace. You are not able to understand what kind of systems are being followed. So these could lead to a backlog or a barrier in your communication process. So जैसे ना, for example, your location from where you're communicating is probably set in India, and where you need to communicate is set abroad. So a lot of time what happens, you're probably chatting on video call or something, एंड डिस्टर्बेंसेस होता है, वीडियो स्टक होता है, वीडियो यू नो हेजी हो जाता है, आवाज नहीं आती है। सो ऑल ऑफ दीज आर द फिजिकल बैरियर्स विच लीड टू बैड कम्युनिकेशन और बैड ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ अ मैसेज। तो इन्हें हम कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं? बाय मेकिंग श्योर दैट वेन एवर यू आर कम्युनिकेटिंग विद समबडी, दीज फैक्टर्स आर सॉर्टेड आउट, इन द सेंस दैट इन फैक्टर्स से कोई प्रॉब्लम ना हो, वो हम पहले ही चेक कर ले, एंड देन ओनली वी ट्राई टू कन्वे आर मैसेज। Then we talk about the next thing, that is the organization structure barriers. तो जैसे हमने structures के बारे में बात किया था, right? We spoke about the various networks. So what happens is, if a manager ends up choosing the wrong kind of network for his organization, there will be a lot of problems that will occur in the organization. Maybe not on, you know, day to day basis, but sorry, not on but in the long run it will definitely affect the business badly, in the sense that, you know, say अगर हमने हमारी policies strict नहीं रखी है, and we are allowing every employee to converse with every other employee, or we are not having some rules with regard to, you know, non disclosure of policies etc. तो क्या हो सकता है ना कि हर एक employee will not respond properly to you, or you know, he might not, he might end up giving out all the details of the firm to some other competitor etc. So it is important that, you know, there is a good communication between the manager, he chooses the right kind of networks or the organizational structure to avoid these kind of problems. Then the next thing is, we talk about this language barrier. This is one of the most what do you say, most important barrier या most relatable barrier जो हमारे साथ होता है। say probably you've just shifted from your hometown to a new city, तो है ना, जो language barrier हो सकता है, say probably you want to catch a taxi or a rickshaw, but that does not happen because, you know, you do not know the language, you are not able to explain where you want to go. Likewise, even in organizations, when an employee wants to actually you know, goes overseas, say for example he goes overseas for some particular project, he is not able to communicate because he doesn't know the language. तो जैसे ये example है यहाँ पे, this is just telling the same word hi in so many different languages, right? तो जैसे यहाँ पर हमें ओला पता है, चाओ पता है, नमस्ते पता है, hello. So all of these, you know, a lot of words we might not know. So, you know, when somebody is saying something and you're like blank, huh, what is this person talking to me? I don't understand this language. राइट. सो इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट कि इस बैरियर को हम रिड्यूस करें, क्योंकि लिंग्विस्टिक एबिलिटी जो होती है हर एक की सेम नहीं होती है. some people are very good with languages, whereas some people are very, they have very basic knowledge about languages. बहुत लोग होते हैं जिनको 15 से 16 लैंग्वेजेस की जानकारी होती है, whereas there are some people who would just know, probably basic languages like English, Hindi या English and their regional language. Then the next barrier is basically the cultural barrier. So this is one of the, barriers which lead to this talks about the economy at large, in the sense that we have to understand कि हर एक कल्चर डिफरेंट होता है, हर एक पर्सन डिफरेंट होता है, हर एक पर्सन का कल्चरल बैकग्राउंड डिफरेंट होता है. जो उनके रूट्स है, जो वो ट्रेडिशंस फॉलो करते हैं, जो उनकी वैल्यूज है, वो अलग होती है. सो इफ यू सी द फर्स्ट पिक्चर हियर, राइट, इट टॉक्स अबाउट ऑल ऑफ दीज वेरियस थिंग्स. जैसे ट्रेडिशन है, एक नेशन टू नेशन भी बहुत फ़र्क होता है, लैंग्वेजेस बहुत डिफरेंट होती है, देन बिलीव्स या वैल्यू सिस्टम अलग होता है, जिस सोसाइटी में हम रहते हैं वो अलग होती है. एंड देन व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द बिहेवियर्स ऑफ पीपल, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो डिफरेंट. एंड जो हम बात करते हैं एथनिसिटी एंड हिस्ट्री की, दैट इज़ बेसिकली दी history about the person, or history about the society, or history about the nation, which leads to the tradition, values, beliefs, etc. तो ये क्या होता है ना, barriers जब तब create होते हैं जब there is no clarity in understanding the other people's cultures. We just want to, force our culture on somebody, which is not going to happen. जैसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोई पर्टिकुलर कल्चर है. now you cannot impose that culture on every person in the organization. You have to learn to understand what kind of culture the employees would like to work in. So if that is not happening, it leads to a lot of barriers and miscommunication. क्योंकि कभी कभी एम्प्लॉय ऑर्गेनाइजेशन छोड़कर भी जा सकता है. एमएनसीज में यही होता है, जब एम्प्लॉयज़ को बाहर वर्क करने के लिए भेजते हैं कोई प्रोजेक्ट पे, they do not understand the language, they do not understand the locality and etc. They do not understand the culture. It is important that they are trained prior and then only sent for the project overseas. Likewise है ना, बहुत सारे डिफरेंसेस हम लोग में भी होते हैं. लाइक इवन इन डे टू डे इनफॉर्मल लाइफ, फ्रेंड्स के साथ कल्चरल डिफरेंस हो सकता है, नेबर्स के साथ कल्चरल डिफरेंसेस हो सकता है. इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड that every culture is different and it should be respected. Then the next thing is that we talk about the emotional barriers. So emotional barriers basically talk about, you know uh, we say that, navras hota hai, a concept as navrasas, that is basically the 9 expressions या emotions of human beings. So when these are not controlled, probably I'm talking too much in anger or I'm too happy, it is one of the most chief barrier which leads to hampering the communication process. So it is important कि जो भी हमारे अंदर whatever we carry within us should be, clearly, it should be clearly brought out in a proper manner. It should not be brought out in anger, or because that hampers the quality of communication. Then next thing, or the next barrier, is the एटिट्यूडनल बैरियर. बहुत लोगों का एटीट्यूड सही नहीं होता है, राइट. दे आर फिल्ड विद ईगो. जैसे हम कहते हैं कि दिस पर्सन हैज इज वेरी रूड एंड दिस पर्सन हैज अ लॉट ऑफ ईगो. इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि उस पर्सन का नेचर अलग है, या उस पर्सन का नेचर इस पर्सन से अलग है. So it is important to understand that in an organization also, every employee is different and his perspective about certain things is different as well. So it is important to understand that you react according to the person itself. Like, if he is somebody, or he or she is somebody who gets, angry about little things, make sure that you don't do that, right. Make sure that you communicate well. So it is important that these barriers should be reduced. The next thing is the perception barriers. So when you look at this particular image here, this image, there are 4 images, and every person will understand or look at this image differently. जैसे ये image है, right. So when we talk about this image, some people might see 2 faces, or some people might see a vase, right. So it is just the difference of opinion या difference of perception जो barriers create कर सकता है, करेक्ट. तो इसमें बहुत लोगों को है ना, एक यंग गर्ल दिख सकती है या एक ओल्ड लेडी दिख सकती है. सो इट इज़ जस्ट हाउ वी परसीव थिंग्स इन लाइफ which leads to better communication or bad communication. Then we talk about physiological barriers. These are barriers which are external in the sense that जिसका हम really कुछ कर नहीं पाते हैं until unless you take some kind of precautions or you take some kind of medication. जैसे ill health है या poor eyesight है, कोई person say probably somebody is calling you from extremely far off place, say probably 100 meters या 200 meters, and you're not able to see clearly who's calling you, so you might not react. Correct. So that might create a miscommunication. The other person might be able to see you clearly, and he might feel that why is this person ignoring me, है ना. फिर जैसे हियरिंग का प्रॉब्लम होता है या दूसरे डिफेक्ट्स होते हैं, कोई तरह की डिसीज हो जाती है जिससे हम कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर पाए, एक्सेट्रा. सो ऑल ऑफ दीज बैरियर्स लीड टू अ बैड कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस. देन टेक्नोलॉजिकल बैरियर्स जिसकी हम बात करते हैं, दीज बैरियर्स बेसिकली आर in this world, in today's world, we have to learn to be tech savvy. With that matter, you, me as individuals also. क्योंकि अगर हम टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ नहीं चेंज हो रहे हैं, we will be left behind, we will become obsolete. मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी तो हर रोज चेंज हो रही है, राइट. अभी तुम probably you cannot live with a Nokia 1100 phone. You need a smartphone, right? So it is very important कि हम हमेशा टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन रहे, in the sense that we should be, or we should have the motivation to adapt to new technologies every single day. Then the last barrier, and one of the most chief barriers in communication, are the gender barriers, which is basically the divide between men and women. तो ये हम आज से नहीं देख रहे हैं, हम ये सदियों से देख रहे हैं कि a lot of differences exist between man and woman, right? So we live in a very man centric world, but we are changing to help women also get empowered, right? So it is important to understand कि ये difference क्यों होता है. A man and women have, a man and a woman has different wiring system in their brains. A man is more logical, whereas a woman uses emotions apart from being logical as well. So it is important to understand कि certain traditional beliefs जो है उसके वजह से, या traditional mindsets है, so man finds it very difficult to take orders from women. But I'm glad that we are living in the 21st century, and बहुत सारी चीजें बदल रही है, and this gender barrier is reducing. So that is why we say that today's world, women are equal to men. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for being with me today, and I hope that you liked today's session, and I hope I'm helping you crack your CA Foundation exam paper number 2, communication chapter 1. You can subscribe to my channel, and you can leave your comments on the YouTube box, the video box, and also you can subscribe to the Unacademy app using this particular code NMUS. And guys, let's take a minute, enjoy everything that is around us. Let us celebrate our life. Let us spread love. Let us spread knowledge. Until next time. See you.